Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Hello to this world. Hello, virtual world. Hello, viewers. Hello, participants. Hello, family. Hello, friends. Hello, people who are just want to know what's going on. Good morning. My name is Sean Brown. I am the Urban Disruptor, and this is the Urban Disruptors weekly wrap up. Thank you so much. We're getting started a little bit late this morning, but it's going to be a really full day. I have some information to share. I have some stories to tell. I have some recommendations to make so that your friends, that your family, let your coworkers know that the Urban Disruptor is live this morning and coming at you from WCMD Media Studios. You see this wall behind me right now? We are doing a redesign later today. If you are a fan and you want to be helpful, you can come by between 12 and 4 p.m. and you can put on a coat of paint. You can help us get the room situated and the studio space situated. We'll have some announcements to make, some updates to give in the process. We're right here at 1656 Kane Avenue, Dare Academy, home of the Camden Collaborative, where I'm so happy and honored on a regular basis to be able to work with the fantastic, wonderful school board member, mother, choreographer, and business owner, Naima Gillespie, the mentor, the advocate, the life coach, the therapist, Pamela Grayson Baltimore, the iconic, prolific, infamous, genius, founder, Anthony Ways, and the rest of the Dare Academy team, including Tone, Ibrahim, Uncle Joe, Naima, Jerica, Steve, Sharon, Ja, and the other people that are here. So come on by between 12 and 4 today, and you can help us paint. You can help us get the room together. This will be a beautiful podcast and show space. There are a bunch of things that are happening in the media space as we prepare for the rest of 2021, especially for the 2021 election for mayor and council. I want to make sure that we have a space in making sure that you, as the community, as residents, and are informed, that you know exactly what's going on here in our community. So stay tuned. If you have any, if you have any advice or anything that you'd like to offer, please let me know, and we can make that happen. It's going to be a slightly. I have some updates to give. I have some updates to give on news, and then I have guests to bring up. I think most of you, that if you know me already, then you know who my guests are, and you can see my life's greatest work. So thank you so much for tuning in. I want to get started by just talking a little bit about just some of the news that's going on, and so that we are informed. Um, if you have any questions about, if you have any questions about, if you have any questions, excuse me, if you have any questions about what's going on in the community, or is there anything in particular that you want to know, please let me know. But here we go with the news. So, are you going to get the vaccine? I'm really curious. Who's interested in getting the vaccine? At first, it was healthcare workers that were in front of the line, and eventually, it's rolling out. The governor of New Jersey believes that everybody in New Jersey can be vaccinated by the early fall. President Joe Biden was able to order millions more vaccines, but the rules are also changing a little bit about who can get it, how they can get it. It does differ from state to state. But I'm just curious if you are going to get the vaccine. If you are, according to a report that came out yesterday by Stephen Rodas of Tap Into, Cooper opened a site for vaccinations at the Kroc Center in Kramer Hill. So if you don't know where to get your vaccine from, you can get your vaccine right there in Kramer Hill. There has been a lot of talk recently about schools reopening. I'm going to talk to our guest about schools reopening in a minute. They are experts at being students, and they will give their perspective. They'll give their perspective on school openings and how to prepare for that. I normally wouldn't talk about this, but the lottery is alive and well. It's big. So play the lottery. You might win it. If you do, please consider donating to WCB Media, Urban Disruptor, or donate to somebody. You should donate to someone. Next, Black History themed public book art project popping up around Camden. So this was reported in Fox 29. I'll put this article in the comments section. We want to be a community of readers and a community of books. So Tom Martin has worked with artists and other people around the community to make sure that there are things known as book arcs, which are wooden shelves that go outside where people can have their books. I just want to read a little bit. A Black History themed public book art project is popping up around Camden County. Autobiography, said Eric James Montgomery, who's been a guest on the show, the great photographer, describing a book inside of a book arc he created and stopped. A little bit later, it says there are a lot of biographies there. There's books by Maya Angelou. There's an autobiography of Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass, who is eponymously half the name of my company. There's also books that talk about psychology, and there are books that talk about anti-racism. So if you look at these book arcs around Camden, there are great books there. I actually have 3 big boxes of books in my house because I store them. I stock the books in East Camden on 36th Street, the one that's across from Urban Promise. There is no excuse to not have a book. If you want to be a reader, if you care about literacy and information, get a book. Now, on this point, I worked on a project with several people this summer, and I'm not going to say that I did everything 100% right, whatever right is, but I will say this. Our group of new people broke down once a few people in the group realized that to get to the next level of improving our community, they would have to read a book. They would have to learn new things. They would have to study something. They would have to take a class. The books are around us. It's not an expense. The only resource that's necessary is the resource of your time and of your mind. So anyway, there are books all around. Get a book, read a book, and know what's going on. All right, before I bring up our guest today, I want to just share just a few other things that are happening in the community. I am pulling up the email that the District Council Collaborative Board and the DCCB sends out every week. Oh yeah, by the way, a shout out to Tawanda Jones, affectionately, lovingly known as Wawa. She was a guest in a interview a few weeks ago for the work that she's doing to make sure that people that are facing housing insecurity are warned, are treated with dignity and respect. If you are hungry, or someone you know is facing food insecurity, there are several places that throughout the city that offer food. I'm going to give you an example. Camden County Library System offers free meals on Fridays. Pick up a free meal boxes for youth at all of the library branches. Boxes are available at outdoor pickup tables and include 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, and milk. All right. So if you go to the library on Fridays, you'll be able to get 5 meals for yourself and your family if necessary. If you're watching this, maybe you're not in this situation, but you know someone that is. Just make sure they know that there's no judgment, there's no shame in being hungry. I have been hungry before. I have faced food insecurity before. Thankfully, just for a short period of time. But we get through it, and we get through it with the support of our friends and our family. Next, there's a whole bunch of stuff that is open. There are businesses that are open, including the skating ring. So as long as you feel like you can socially distance and keep yourself safe, please consider and participating with those things. There is a class today by Eric James Montgomery. I mentioned him earlier. It's a cell phone photography class. It's today from 2 to 3 p.m. I actually used to teach cell phone photography, but in that he is a trained photographer, I'm sure his class is better than the lessons I gave a few years ago. But this is a virtual class that is being done at Camden Fireworks, one of my favorite spots in the city. So if you look up, firework Camden Fire, if you look up Camden Fireworks, it's a free interactive workshop where you learn camera and editing tips for your cell phone or smart device. All right. There's also, speaking of Eric James Montgomery, he's doing a photo exhibit of photos that were taken by quarantined teens. And that photo exhibit is February 28th. If you look up Eric James Montgomery Foundation, you can learn more information about that. If you want a job in the culinary field, Cathedral Kitchen is continuing their classes. If you know a young person that needs a high school diploma between the ages of 16 and 24, there are multiple organizations that provide those services. All right, on Tuesday is the advisory board meeting for the school district. So if you care about what's going on with public education, you can check out the school board meeting on Tuesday. Go to their website for more information. Also on Tuesday at 6 o'clock, there is a conversation about COVID vaccine in the Black communities. All right, so I am going to ask our guests to come up and sit on both sides of me. Come on up, guys. To my viewers, just give me a second. You have to pull up.
All right.
Evan, please pull up the chair on the other side. Hey, Evan, if you could just pull your chair up right next to me, please. Evan, you can just sit that there. Just pull your chair up, please. You have to come in closer. Oh, and we can move back too. Good morning. So this is the second time as a show host I get to kind of do whatever I want, and I think this should be actually a pretty interesting interview because I'm about to interview two interesting people. If one could just get over here with the chair, that would be awesome. If you could just pull the chair over. Yeah. You could just, it's on wheels, so you can just roll it. If you could just pull the chair over, please. Thank you. No, you're pulling it up though, but not. If it's up, then it's stuck. You just unplugged it. Okay, you just unplugged it here.
No.
Okay, here we go. You gotta turn it back on, but whatever. All right, have a seat. Come on. Here we go. You're really stretching this out.
Evan.
Okay. So I just want to introduce Evan Ajani Jacob Brown, host of Look at This Food on Instagram. He is a food critic. He's also a second grader, and a skateboarder, and a singer and a dancer. And Ethan Amadi, who is a fourth grader, a gamer, and also a skateboarder. And he likes children. So good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
I'm good.
So let's get right into the interview. So right now, some school districts, that are 100% virtual are considering opening up in the next few weeks. How has that mic doesn't work, so you can just have a seat, please. How does that just the mic's right in front of us, so just talk nice and loud.
Okay.
How does that? Oh, you're great at talking loud, so just talk in your normal voice.
Okay.
Yeah. How has virtual learning been? Ethan, we'll start with you.
It's been good, but it's hard for me to focus on my class and see my friends.
Can you speak up a little bit?
It's hard for me to focus on my class because it's different. And when I did school, it was in person, and I had a better experience of doing school.
Okay. And Devin, how about you? How's virtual learning been for you?
It's been good. I've got a bad report card, and I am not happy about that.
Okay.
And school is boring. I'm bored of virtual learning because I don't get to.
So you don't get to what? So when you say you had a bad report card, I saw your report card. I would not describe it as bad, but I understand you have high expectations of yourself. What's your favorite thing about being in school in person? You get to play with your friends? Okay. Okay. So, I mean, a part of, sorry, Evan, what were you saying?
And the lunch is good too.
The lunch is good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, when you eat at home every day, that means your parents are responsible for 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a lot of cleaning up. That's a lot of food preparation. So, Ethan, do you think you're getting enough? It's winter time. It's cold outside. Do you think you're getting enough exercise and physical activity right now?
No.
Okay, just if you guys can just leave the chairs alone and maybe just sit up, that would be fantastic.
I'm exercising, like running and stuff, but I'm not doing gym a lot. Like when I did gym in person, we play a game in the giant field, but now we have to just do stretches and stuff, and that's boring.
Okay. So you're doing physical education from home, but it's mostly stretches and not the running around that you would usually do.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you say to your teachers who are also home, sometimes with their own children at the house, teaching from the house? Do you have a message for them?
No.
Evan?
Yeah.
Okay. And when school starts, do you think that by learning from home, the quality of education you're getting is the same, or no?
No.
No, why not, Evan? Ethan?
No.
Would you like to say more? Okay. Is there anything you'd like to ask me about? You're out of the frame.
No, not really. I was gonna ask about working from home, but you do that every day.
Right, I work from home. I worked from home before coronavirus, and so it wasn't much of a change. It wasn't really much of a change for me. Although that could also change. That can also change in a way. Evan, in a second, I want to talk to you about look at this food. But before I get to that, so Ethan, when you first started saying that you wanted to be a YouTuber, started doing gaming, I said I wanted you to have a YouTube page devoted to reviewing books and learning programs. You said you wanted to do gaming. What I now see is that one of the things I learned from both of you about gaming is that that the modern games are so intense. It's often that the three of us are in a conversation and you already know something because you did it in Roblox or Fortnite,
Super Smash Bros. Mario Kart 8.
Right. So I have a few questions. First for you, Ethan. Ethan, how are you keeping yourself safe on the internet and away from weirdness that can happen on the internet? And speak up.
So on Fortnite, there are people with mics, and sometimes they trash talk you, but I don't let that stop me. Sometimes I leave the game kill them in the game, or
So you
I'll just leave sometimes and play with my other friends.
okay? Evan?
And what I do is somebody harassed me, so I reported them and then left. I think they got banned or kicked
Okay.
the game for like 2 days or something.
So, what do you think that to all the parents out there that think their children play Roblox, Fortnite, Among Us too much, and that want their children to be learners? Do you think you learn anything from these games?
Yes.
All right, what do you learn, Evan?
So the point of the game is to be the last one standing and get a victory royale. It feels good to kill somebody and get a skin too in Fortnite, because usually
Just look at the camera.
you just learn how to get like stuff from the game and learn how to get stuff. Like so like V-Bucks. You need V-Bucks to get a skin or 2FA. You can give people and what else could you do?
Either.
What else could you do?
Fortnite doesn't really teach me a lot of stuff. It's like a game, but Roblox, it does, because there's like billions of games created by different people that you can play. That can teach you about stuff.
Okay.
And,
And good.
and there was this game that I used to play. My name's Sean.
Tell us about the game, Evan.
Okay. So
So let me ask you a different question. What do you feel about? What do you think? What do you look most forward to when the world opens back up and there are less restrictions on where we can go and how many people can be in a place?
Spend more seeing my friends, because I haven't seen them in person, and like do something with them.
Okay, just speak up. Look at the camera. Okay.
Like when coronavirus is over, I want to be a YouTuber and play with my friends. Because I don't want to be a YouTuber just playing the game by myself. And I want to also do live streams, so everybody knows it. It's so boring to watch someone play the game, so I'm gonna do live streaming.
But isn't the idea of Twitch just to watch other people play a game?
Yeah, and Twitch is like live streams now. It's like YouTube is just videos they record and post. Twitch is mostly live streams.
Okay. Okay.
Like
Like Super Smash Bros. But you need a membership on the Switch to play with other people.
And Ethan, just one last question for you. So all the grown-ups that are watching with children, or maybe people are watching with their children, what do you think? What's your message to parents today in 2021 about raising their children right now? What advice do you have?
I don't know. No. If your kid has a Nintendo,
You have to speak up.
if your kid has a Nintendo Switch, you shouldn't.
Just try to focus on the camera.
You shouldn't have parental controls, because it's very annoying for your kid to play a game and have a time limit to play with his or her friends. It's really annoying because we have a time limit.
But as a parent, can't you see that we don't want our children to just be on games all the time and to focus on things like cleaning up and reading, practicing writing, and things like that?
Yeah, I see that. It's just I do my chores, but I still have a time limit, and it's very annoying because when I finish school, I clean up my food mess, and then at 3 o'clock I get on the game, and like when I'm in the middle of a 1v1, once my Nintendo shut off, and I got really upset. So if you have parental controls on a Nintendo, you should look out for your kid raging or getting mad, because That happens to me a lot. I
And it gets really
rage.
nasty.
No, Evan, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Well, speaking of Evan, we want to hear more about Look at This Food. If you can come back over and join us.
You push my chair over.
No, yeah, come on back over. So one of the things that we love to do as a family is,
Ow! Dad, something got stuck in my head.
all right, come on over. One of the things that we enjoy, oh my gosh.
Oh,
One of the things that,
oh
come on,
God.
I'll fix it.
Let's get it out.
Oh, yeah, I see. All right, let's put your hand down. One of the things that we enjoy as a family is, I see, yeah, move your hand. One of the things that we enjoy as a family is going out to eat and eating really good foods. I like to cook. Their mom likes to cook as well. And there you go. Have a seat. And both of my children love to eat and love to talk about the foods that they eat. And in that, I mean, you have to come over a little bit. And in that, we started an Instagram page called Look at This Food. So here's the start of Look at This Food. Evan, so Evan, why did you think that, how did Look at This Food get started on Instagram? By the way, the name of this, Look at This Food _show. So Ethan, you help Evan on the show. I'm not sure if were you fired or are you still on staff?
He banned me.
He banned you. All right. So before that though, what do you, as a person that's sometimes behind the camera, for Look at This Food, what do you think was the inspiration for it? Whenever you're ready, Evan.
Oh, the inspiration for the name or the show?
The show.
Oh, the show was we would always go out to eat as a family, and we saw some food reviews on YouTube. Since I didn't do a review for gaming, Dad wanted to start a review for food.
Let's look at the comments.
Okay. And Evan, can you think of what's been your favorite food that you've had so far on Look at This Food? Can you think of one that you really liked?
No.
Can you think of a meal that really stands out?
No.
All right, if you took the viewers out to eat, where would you take them?
No.
All right. This one's so much better in practice. All right, is there anything you want to say before we close this?
No.
Huh?
No.
Ethan?
I do.
You want your coat back?
I just want to talk to Evan about something live on camera. Evan, come here.
Yeah.
Evan, your brother wants to talk to you about something live on camera.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess that conversations have to be at another time.
All right.
So, thank you to the viewers tuning in. Thank you so much. I do want to, I want to encourage, if you just tuned in, I want to encourage you, if you're able to come to Dare Academy today from 12 to 4 to socially distance, yet help us paint and get the studio together. This will be your last time seeing this white wall behind me for the show. The studio will look different the next time we shoot. We'll be getting some new equipment in. Thanks, Ethan. And also, there will be an election special that's coming up within the next few days. So stay tuned to learn more about the election in Camden. We're gonna, and when we talk about, matter of fact, if you want to tune in or if you want to help out with that, I can tell you exactly what the topics are, and you can be a guest if you want to be a guest. If you want to help do the research or prepare for the show, there are a few things that we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about the money in elections. So where candidates get their money from, how they raise their money. We're going to talk about the committee structure, who serves on the committee, what it means to be on a Democratic committee in Camden, and what that means in terms of selecting our leaders that run for office. We're going to talk about the issues that impact people. We're going to talk about the data, the numbers, how many people vote, how many people don't vote, what neighborhoods turn up the most, who votes by mail, who votes in person, and the dynamics of people. So how certain folks, including the mayor, council, the county, how those different political actors all intersect on boards and have an impact on our daily lives. So that will be coming up really soon. I'll have a big and major announcement to give. So it's a must-watch episode. So thank you so much for tuning in this. Thank you so much for tuning in this, I would say, unusual episode, but an episode nonetheless. It's been a very, very, very long week, and I appreciate your time. So let's stay focused on the news, on what's going on in our city in terms of politics, in terms of public safety, and how we can lift ourselves. There are grants out there. There's money available. So be aware of that as well. So with that said, I'm about to go get some painter's tape and start painting and start taping up some walls. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to being on the show next week with a guest to figure out a way to discuss whatever the big topic is at the time. So thank you, and also thank you to our guest, Evan Brown, and
No, that's not my real name.
Yes,
My name is Stupid Brown.
and Ethan Brown. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Because I'm stupid.
Have a good day, everybody.
This is my stuff.